Hello, welcome back to All In TV StarCraft 2 commentary. I am Slide, with me is Legend, and we are bringing you now the second game in our Hongun replay pack. I don't know why my voice went so high there. The second game.
Yeah, you're just so excited, man.
That's what it is, going through puberty, I guess. And Hongun Prime is our player here, Full Tilt Poker, his ID on the North American server, for those of you who haven't caught the last game. And he is going up against...
Gein. We'll go with the Gein.
We'll go with Gein.
Yeah.
Gein's good too. Our red Zerg player. Good luck, have fun. Glug glug. And yeah, Hongun, very high level Korean Protoss player. If you guys haven't checked out the last game of Hongun versus Banishiwa, you should definitely pause this video, go back and check that out before this. And yeah, let's see what Hongun will do this time around, if he's got any weird gimmicky Hongun-esque strategies.
Yeah, we see the pile over here, so we'll definitely see a forge first into expansion. Of course, the Hongun, such a creative guy, handsome guy. He goes by Full Tilt Poker. You can confirm this at the liquidteam.net. If you guys doubt us,
I think it's teamliquid.net.
Alright, teamliquid.net.
Liquidteam.net, that's probably something else. Possibly a porn site, I don't know.
Hey, porn's always good.
Porn,
so.
That's never an issue. And yeah, not a whole lot to talk about here just yet. This is, as we mentioned in our previous cast, one of several games that Hongun Prime himself was kind enough to send us as part of a replay pack that we requested of him personally. And yeah, you know, that's our shout out to Hongun, I guess, as a thank you.
Yeah, this is a very exclusive. You guys should be so thankful to us.
And Hongun.
And Hongun, mostly Hongun.
Mostly Hongun.
Yeah.
Swell sort of guy.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna find this replay on any community website. This has been sent to us by Hongun himself. So let's just give a very round of applause to Hongun right now. Yay!
And I'm sure those of you at home are clapping along with us. Pylon now going down, that's interesting. He did forge fast expand, yes?
Yeah, and we don't even have a spawning pool halfway done, so we'll definitely see Hongun putting down a cannon on the low ground to a high ground. So we'll definitely see at least 2 cannons going down, and
yeah,
will this Zerg player know this? And
yeah,
a second probe coming here.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like he will. Okay, there's going to be a cannon up on the high ground there. You know, very common to cannon in, or cannon off this natural expansion. And this, you know, the Zerg player just going a normal build on this, on a map of this size, right? You know, you don't need to get those lings out too quickly because of the long rush distance. But of course, with a cannon rush, you will force to cancel just like that.
Yeah, he cancels the hatchery very last minute, and of course, Hongun being so smart, cancels the one on the low ground and the high ground.
And just the one that would be in range of the hatchery, very nicely done, is going to force our Zerg player Gein here to either, you know, pump out a bunch of lings to take that cannon out and set that as natural, or, you know, tech up to roaches or something. Spine Crawl now going down. Where is that? For some reason in his main, I don't know if he's expecting follow-up pressure from this. He knows Hongun had got a forge first, so there won't be any units on the way. And you know, not very many pro Protoss actually can push their way up to a Zerg base.
Yeah, I guess he was worried that he might get blocked in or something, so he got a spine crawler. But as of right now, it just doesn't seem like a very good investment.
No, yeah, that could have been 3 more drones actually, if you include the drone that was used to create the spine crawler. And Hongun now throwing down his own expansion, taking both the simulators at the main just now, and the gateway now on the way. Our Zerg player, actually, if you look down on the south east part of the map, is just throwing down a sneak expansion. I don't know, thoughts on this, Legend?
Yeah, I actually do like this. Of course, it's very unlikely Hongun's ever gonna scout this. And we have a roach horn follow-up, so Hongun might expect all-out roach all-in or something.
Yeah, you know, which is a very common response to forge fast expanding Protoss. I think that probe actually saw the roach warren going up.
Yeah.
And decides to give up on life and get poked to death by that queen. Very smartly getting that second cannon up. A lot of Protoss players get too greedy and feel safe with just one cannon, which, you know, a 6-7 roach bus could easily take down.
Yeah, exactly. And we just have we'll see him finish this hatchery and evolution chamber and a layer attack going up.
This guy kind of just doing everything at once, it seems. His sneak expansion hatchery now just about to finish. Stargate, interestingly enough, going up for Hongun here.
Yeah, we're definitely got some Void Ray Phoenix harass.
You know,
Those are just always so annoying. So he's just following up with the cannon harassment to Void Ray. Just gonna force some spore crawlers and more queens and maybe some hydras.
yeah, absolutely. You know, a common strategy, I don't know, a long ass time ago used to be to go Protoss here, force a bunch of hydras, and then switch into Hollow to melt those hydras.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not
Colossus
sure.
is just such an OP unit, not stoppable. Unless you're a Terran, then it's a different story.
That's a different story. I have actually had like games on ladder where I've had groups of my Stim Marines taking on Hollow. I even felt bad when I do that for the Protoss player anyway. And yeah, on a map this size, that Zerg sneak expansion, it's not going to be discovered for a while. Hongun, of course, will have, you know, with air map control, should probably be able to discover that in relatively short order.
Yeah, for some reason the canyon's still here, still not really expanding to this location right here. These 6 roaches can easily take down this one canyon, but he's really being careful with this spine crawler.
It's like he's trying to siege up the cannon or something. Not really necessary. These roaches can do it by themselves. Nice or cute micro there, individual roaches. And Hongun's got to be wondering, you know, the Zerg probably is either he's got to be just doing something crazy or sneaking the expansion or something because he sees that the expansion hadn't gone up yet.
I mean, he has to know by now he has other expansion up in some other location. And we'll see what this Void Ray can do. He can easily make this hatchery cancel.
Yeah, and only roaches out too, and 1 queen, I believe. Oh, well, just kidding, 3 queens, so he's fine. And does force a cancel once again. Hongun being very persistent with this harass denying that natural expansion. Well done. That spine crawler decides not to root down. Either way, he can't attack there. These things going to do a little bit of a run by and maybe go for a counterattack.
Nope, just gonna break down this rock. They don't even have a spade yet.
I'm not sure that Zerg players should be expanding right now with all this pressure going on. Maybe he feels so far behind that well, it's not even a gold expansion. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. The queens are way too far away and creep to catch these air units. And now, just now starting to kind of get it saturated. Robotics Bay now actually going up for Hongun.
Yeah, look at all this larva not being used, and there's not even a Quinn here.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
well, actually, this Quinn taking a very walk in the park or something all the way across the map.
Finally notice it. He could use those larva injects, you know.
Yeah, finally he's making them into drones. Let's look at the unit count. He has 51 probes to 32 drones. This is not good. To say the least.
Not good to say the least, yeah. And force to make Hydras, because you don't actually know the Protoss player is going to come with more air units. And, yeah, Hongun actually needs to macro a little bit better, I think. He's got about 1,000 minerals, 600 gas, just now building, I guess, a couple of units. Maybe, I guess he's getting ready to take that 3rd expansion. Yeah, I mean, he's got the Phoenix on. I'd love to see him just kind of scouting on the map, or on the map, at least to pick off Overlords, and you know, eventually discover that expansion. Looks like this Phoenix is well on its way to do just that, and that Zerg player Gein is going to be very upset when this Phoenix does a flyover on the 3rd base, or 2nd base rather, I'd say.
Yeah, of course, the 3rd going up for both players, and this is not good for Zerg players because they have to be at least 1 or 2 base up at this point.
Yeah. Definitely. Zerg player in a very tough position here. I think the robotics bay, or support bay, just finished. Yep, and +1 shields and thermal lance, as well as the first Colossus on the way for Hongun. He's beginning to assemble that giant Protoss death ball that pretty much melts anything in its way. And knowing, considering how far behind our Zerg player is, I think it could work.
Yeah, this is a very good choice for Hongun to go with the shield first, seeing as he's messing up both air and ground units. Of course, the shields affect every Protoss units and buildings, or most of them anyway.
Buildings too. I did not know that.
Yeah. See buildings of a shield right here.
Okay. I can read. Thanks. Yeah. Thermal lance now about halfway on the way. Shield upgrade almost finished. That Colossus did pop out. More cannons going down for Hongun. Fleet beacon on the way for Hongun. Very interesting.
Yeah, we'll definitely see a
mothership?
mothership from Hongun. He's definitely doing this in a style, to say the least.
You know, he's got to be feeling very comfortable. It looks like an Overlord just went down and got his supply block, but he's got to be feeling very comfortable. He knows he's ahead of the Zerg player here, and you know, why not? You know, just get all the OP Protoss units.
Yeah, he's literally getting the death ball of the Protoss player.
The death. I would love to see some Archons in there too. that would really just seal the deal. Yeah, looks like air weapons level 1 on the way too. I guess he's gonna get some more Void Rays and not a mothership. I'd love to see
If carriers against Ultra Risk.
well, it turns out Ultralisk are pretty OP against air units, so Gein doesn't have to worry here. I hesitate to say terrible, but I honestly do not know. Holy cannons! But I did not know what Gein is doing here. He doesn't seem to have a real solid game plan. Has no idea that Hongun's massing up a huge air fleet here.
Yeah, we have 8 Ultra Risk on the way. That is a lot of Ultra Risk.
So many minerals and gas. I don't know what to say. Void Rays and carriers, especially Void Rays with their extra damage versus one cell chasing down his queen. Roaches and Hydra to the rescue. I don't know. I think we're just going to kind of wait for the final push, and then Zerg player's going to die. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, Gein do have the unit supply advantage for first time in this game, but I mean, at the end, just Ultras versus Void Rays and carriers and
Hydras versus Colossus. This is just going to end terribly for him. Air weapons level 2 now, almost complete, as well as that shields level 2.
going up.
Yep, about halfway done. And I mean, on paper, a terrifying army. Where are his infestors actually? Did he cancel those?
No, they were out. Nope, there they are.
Okay, there they are.
Cute little things following their army.
I don't know, they're kind of gross. Like, that's the sort of bug I would not want crawling up my arm.
I'm sure they're bigger than you in real life.
Well, I mean, they look like they're about half the size of Ultra here, so that's terrifying. Wall of cannons.
And 2 pylons.
And 2 pylons powering everything. These Ultras should have no problem smashing through this. And on paper, the Zerg has a terrifying army, but Hongun went mass air. This is just going to be... Look at that death fleet.
No overseers either.
I mean, I guess fungal growth is helpful, but Infestors getting immediately targeted down, Ultras melting, and now the Colossus going to work on the Hydras melting so quickly. These Ultras are going to shut down this expansion, but was it worth it to trade that entire army? No, absolutely not. I don't think I've ever seen a sadder sight in StarCraft 2.
Yeah, Ultras trying to take out this geyser and did not do it. That was sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. This should be a GG. And it looks like about 30-something Hydras popped out, but you know, with those Colossus out and that number of carries, it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, this is just the ultimate technology of Protoss.
Right.
Just the thousands of years of history.
And
this
evolution and technological advancement.
Yeah,
this is the peak
exactly.
of Protoss powers.
Void Rays, Colossus, carriers, and sentries.
Like I said earlier, I wish you could see some High Templars or Archons in this. And here is what's the final engagement. Lynx immediately getting roasted. Hydras did a fair amount of damage for Void Rays, and a lot of them shooting interceptors actually, but it doesn't matter. Look at that line of carcasses and gore and blood. It's now 183 supply to 133, and looks like Hongun is poised to easily take this game. Not even a single Overseer out still for our Zerg player Gein here, and I honestly don't know what he was doing this entire game. This is GG.
Yeah, just purely outclassed. There's really nothing else to say. Just Hongun the better player, and just from the start to the finish, put so much pressure on the Zerg, and Zerg just all he could do was react, and then that just was not enough. And a Vortex
As up to add insult to injury, Gein does GG out. And yeah, well played.
Hongun stays in, and
another Vortex to suck in all his matter Vortex, kind of just for himself to see, I guess. And you know, no shame in losing to Hongun Prime. He's a Code-S Korean pro. You know, like the tippy top of StarCraft 2 players.
Yeah, definitely. I would say he's top 5 pros, Korean pros at least.
Yeah.
For what he's done anyway. Definitely MC and those Huck, all those guys are there. But
I would say at the moment anyway, Huck probably, arguably the best Protoss in the world.
Yeah, he just having so much success both in Korea and the foreign scene.
Yeah, I mean he was a Code-S player in the GSL as well for a time, and you know, he trained with old generation StarCraft OGS, that very popular Korean team. So he's really improved noticeably over the past year. Anyway, that was our second Hongun Prime game versus Gein, and Hongun does take it, and Gein GG's. So
yeah, just very one-sided match from the start to the finish.
One-sided, yes, but very exciting play.
Yeah, it was very exciting to see all the high-tech units just storming through the Zerg.
That's
and
right.
Again, please scout the main with the overseers.
I mean,
that's why you don't get ultras against all those air units.
Even if you sacrifice like 3-4 overseers, I mean, that could have changed. I mean, he didn't even have an overseer when that cloaked army came in. At any rate, thank you to those of you at home for tuning in once again to All In TV StarCraft 2 commentary. I am Slide, he is Legend, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys later.